Hey, what's up guys, Ollie here. So a question which I get asked a lot is, where do I get my clothes from? I've been surprised at how many comments I've seen on previous videos asking, where did I get my knit from? Where did I get my trousers from? Where did I get my t-shirt from? It's quite a frequently asked question, which is quite surprising considering I make tech videos. And I guess it's because I don't dress like your conventional sort of tech YouTuber. Most tech YouTubers wear sort of brightly coloured clothing and hoodies and stuff, which is fine. I think anyone should be able to dress the way they want, but people are interested in what I wear and where did I get it from. So I basically wanted to do a what's in my wardrobe video showing you where I get my clothing from and how I mix stuff and match stuff together. So this video is actually sponsored by Thread.com, a sort of menswear sort of website, and I've actually used them before, so I wouldn't be doing a sponsored video if I didn't recommend them. I've used them before to find clothing, to buy clothing and stuff like that. So yeah, I think these guys were the perfect sponsors for this video, especially considering a lot of the stuff that I have in my wardrobe is actually from their website. So Thread.com basically makes it super easy for you to sort of find clothing, buy clothing without having to go to shops. If you're someone like me who doesn't like going to the shops constantly just to find items of clothing, you can go on Thread.com and pretty much find anything you want. They've got everything pretty much. And the reason they have so many different items of clothing is because they actually stock stuff from different brands. It's not just their own brands. If you're looking for something specific, they will most likely have it. If you didn't know already, I'm actually a web designer by day. That's my day job. That's what I do for a living. Thread.com's website is actually super easy to navigate, super easy to use, and it's designed really well. It's exactly my sort of design taste when it comes to web design. So yeah, the website is great. The sign up process is fantastic. They ask you to basically choose a few different styles that you like, and they basically sort of get a taste profile of what you want and what you like. And then they have some pricing sliders, and these pricing sliders can be used for things like t-shirts, shoes, shirts, suits, trousers, all sorts really. And you can change the slider depending on how much you want to spend. So if you're looking to go for budget t-shirts and budget jumpers and stuff like that, you can keep that down. But then if you're looking to go for high-end shoes, you can keep the slider up. So yeah, the pricing slider is such a great little feature. I think this makes it great to, I guess, keep an eye on what you want to buy and how much you want to spend. If you want to go for an affordable sort of range of clothing, you can do that. But then if you're happy to go for designer high-end clothing, then you can do that too. Their returns process is fantastic. If you buy say 10-20 items and you don't like a few things or they don't fit properly, they give you prepaid postage labels so you can send things back no problem, and you get a refund, no questions asked, within 14 days. They have a Cool Your Essentials section on the website, which basically shows you the different seasons currently. So now that winter is upon us in the UK, you get recommended winter clothing and you can choose winter clothing, and they basically show you things based on the styles that you picked when you first signed up. You can even change styles later on if you like, and you even get a sort of personal stylist that you can message. And with this personal stylist, you can actually message them images of maybe someone else you've seen wear an outfit that you like. You can send them that picture, and then they'll give you items or recommend you items which will get you that outfit. Similar clothing that's available on Thread.com that will get you that outfit. So if you're looking for something specific, your stylist will actually help you do that. You don't really have to do any of the legwork. If you find an image that you like, you send it off and they give you items to match that outfit, so you haven't had to go through the website and choose each item of clothing. They do that all for you. And I guess that's where Thread.com really sort of excels, knowing that you can choose styles and tastes that you like, and then they give you recommendations based on those styles and tastes that you've chosen. So when it comes to my wardrobe, I actually have things split up in various different ways, and I have them color coordinated as well in a way. So on the right I have my knits, my big chunky knits that I usually like to wear, and I actually prefer knits over hoodies, mainly because I think knits are actually more comfortable, and they also look better, I think, than hoodies. They just look a bit more stylish, a bit more smart compared to hoodies, and you can wear them with so many different items of clothing. I feel like knits are very, very versatile. And the main reason I have them folded and on the shelves is because you don't actually want knits on your hangers, because knits are quite heavy and chunky. If you have them on your hangers, they're actually going to slowly sort of just stretch down. So you want them to be folded and on a shelf so that they don't stretch and so that they keep compact. So I have a unique way of sort of stacking my knits and folding my knits, which I learned, I think, a few years back. I think I saw it in another YouTube video or something, and it just makes it super easy to stack my knits together and fold them together, and it also keeps the creases out of them too. So I actually had my wardrobe custom designed and custom built. It's not something that you can get off the shelf, but the way I had it designed was so that if I can open one side, I can have access to my essentials, my knits, and I can also have access to my trousers, my shirts, and my t-shirts. And that's how I've set it up. That's how I've set up my wardrobe. The right side of it is the part that's accessed most, and on the top rail I have my t-shirts and I have a few sweatshirts and jumpers. And then on the bottom rail I have my trousers, my sweatpants, and I have shirts and some other random item of clothing that I wear now and then. They don't get worn too often, to be honest. They kind of just sit there on the rail. And then on the left side of the wardrobe, it's quite empty, it's quite sparse. I don't have much clothing, to be honest. You know, I try to keep things quite minimalist and simple. But on the left side I have my coats, my overcoats and my jackets. So as you may have noticed, a lot of my clothing is usually just white, grey and black, and I just prefer those colours. You know, I don't have anything against wearing bright colours or wearing other colours. I just prefer white, grey and black, and you don't have to worry too much about sort of mixing and matching items together when they're white, grey and black. You know, it just keeps it super simple and super easy. And I guess it is sort of a minimalist way of dressing, but then it's not minimalist in the way where I don't have sort of the same item of clothing. You know, I do have quite a few varied items of clothing. You know, I don't wear the same sort of t-shirt 3 or 4 days a week. You know, I do usually wear a different t-shirt, I do usually wear a different jumper, different knit, or I wear a different coat or whatever. So when it comes to brands and where I get my clothing from, as I mentioned, I get a lot of my clothing from Thread. Thread, as I mentioned, just makes it super easy just to get those clothing. But Thread stocks brands such as River Island, such as New Look. You know, these are some of the brands that I would shop at anyway. These are some of the brands I would buy clothes from. All this stuff you can find on Thread, or you can find similar stuff. That's the great thing about Thread. You know, if you don't find something specific that you're looking for, you'll find something similar. They always do sort of variations of the same sort of style of clothing. So I've actually got some clothing here that I got recently from Thread. So this one here is actually from New Look, from Thread, sort of like a beige, light grey, white sort of colour. Really like this, it's so comfy. Let's throw that to the side. And then this one is actually surprisingly from M&S, which is also from Thread. You know, you can get this on Thread, and it's a turtleneck, and I feel like turtlenecks never ever go out of style. I think turtlenecks always look good. Doesn't matter what year it is, turtlenecks seem to always be in fashion, always seem to be in style. This one's a blue one, dark blue, navy blue, whatever you want to call it. Really nice. And then I've got a sort of red, dark red, maroon coloured one. This one is MVP actually, and MVP is one of Thread's own brands, and this is really nice. It's not as thick as the other two that I just showed you, but it's actually great for wearing over a t-shirt or something, and because it's not grey, it does add a little bit of colour to my wardrobe. When it comes to jeans or trousers, I always just go for black. I should probably get a blue pair or a sort of beige pair for the summer, but because it's winter, it's always good to wear a black pair. Black just seems to go with everything, and it always looks smart regardless. You can wear it with shoes, you can wear it with trainers, doesn't matter, black always looks good. I found though it's a good idea to go for a skinny pair and a slim fit. Don't go for just skinny, or don't go for just slim fit. You know, slim fit goes well in the winter when you're wearing it with boots, when you're wearing it with chunky shoes. Slim fit always looks better, because when you wear skinny jeans with big chunky boots, your legs end up looking too skinny and your feet end up looking too big. So it's always a good idea to wear slim fit trousers with boots and winter shoes. And then I found skinny jeans always look good with a pair of trainers. So these skinny jeans that I have here, as you can see, I've still got the tag of them. I haven't even worn them yet. I've only just got them recently. Are from Thread as well. It's a brand called Only & Sons on Thread, and I found these are actually fantastic. They look great, they fit really well, and I think they look good with any pair of trainers. Sweatpants are a no-brainer really. I feel like everyone should have a pair of sweatpants. These are also from Thread. I got these recently. They're great for either wearing at home or wearing to the gym. I go to the gym like 3 times a week just so I don't become overweight from sitting at a computer every day. But yeah, sweatpants are a no-brainer. When it comes to shirts, I mean, these 2 shirts need to get ironed really. But yeah, when it comes to shirts, I always recommend getting a white shirt. I don't actually have a white shirt right now, I have one on the way. But I always recommend getting a white shirt, a grey shirt and a blue shirt. These shirts are specifically the Oxford style shirts, and the great thing about shirts is they can be worn casually, they can be worn with smart clothes, they can be worn with a suit, they can be worn in the summer. They're just so versatile. You know, you can wear a shirt in so many different ways. You know, you can wear, say, a blue shirt with a white t-shirt underneath, or you can wear a blue shirt with a suit, or you can wear a blue shirt sort of rolled up, sleeved in the summer. It just goes so well with different things. Same with a white shirt, you can do the same sort of thing. Grey shirt as well, you can do the same sort of thing. And as I mentioned, these are Oxford style shirts, so they pretty much go well with anything. The grey one is a Uniqlo one, and the blue one is an MVP one. If you're looking for a shirt, definitely get a white, blue and grey. You can't go wrong really. When it comes to my clothing, I don't actually wear that many design labels. As you may have noticed, most of the things that I've shown you aren't design labels at all. You know, I don't usually like to wear design labels, mainly because I like to change up my clothing every year, 2 years. You know, I think buying design label clothing is great. You know, if you're into design labels and you found something specific that you like, then yeah, go ahead and buy it. But I don't like the idea of spending, say, 100, 200 on one top that I'll probably wear a few times and then I won't wear again. You know, I like to, I guess, use that 100, use that 200 to buy multiple items, you know, really expand my wardrobe and have various items and sort of like go through them instead of just wearing design labels. And also I don't like graphic tees or like hoodies and things like that. As you might have noticed, I don't even have many hoodies. I think I only have like one hoodie, and mainly just because I prefer knits. I think knits are more comfortable and I think they always look smarter. So yeah, designer labels are a sort of area which I don't really invest in much, and I don't think you need to sort of spend on design labels to look good. You know, if you go into Pinterest and you like search menswear, you can see all the different outfits, all the different clothing, and you can never tell what label they're wearing anyway. You just can't tell, it's impossible to tell. So yeah, if you find something that you like, you know, go into Thread, upload the picture, see if you can find something similar, and you'll be surprised. You can find a lot of things which look $1,000,000 but only probably cost, say, less than 100 quid to get the full outfit, or 200 quid to get the full outfit, including the shoes. So yeah, design labels aren't something that I invest in really when it comes to clothing. However, one place where I think it's always worth spending a bit more money and going for the design labels is shoes. You know, I feel like you can't go with cheap pair of shoes. From my own experience and going for cheaper pairs of shoes and cheaper pair of trainers, is that they just don't last. You know, they usually just fall apart, or they're not very comfortable. There's always just issues with them. A high-end, good quality pair of shoes should easily last 2 to 3 years, and they should look good in 2 to 3 years. You know, they shouldn't be falling apart. They should be nicely worn in, and they should fit quite comfortably. So yeah, always worth investing in good quality pair of shoes and trainers. So when it comes to the shoes and trainers that I recommend buying, Chelsea boots is definitely up there. Chelsea boots are probably some of the best pairs of shoes that you can buy, and they pretty much go with any pair of slim fit jeans. You know, whether you go for a brown pair or a black pair always goes well with black jeans. And we'll say a jumper or a knit like I'm wearing here, and an overcoat or a parka coat or whatever. I think Chelsea boots are a great pair of shoes to always invest in. I got these from Thread, and these are by a company called Henley Comfort, and these are probably some of the comfiest pairs of shoes I've ever bought. I think a lot of people have a sort of misconception when it comes to smart shoes like these, that they're quite uncomfortable, but these are probably some of the most comfiest shoes that I've ever worn. And inside they have tons of padding. You know, these are specially designed to be super comfortable, and I can walk around in these no problems. Yeah, these are some of the comfiest sort of smart shoes that I've ever had really. When it comes to the everyday trainer or the casual trainer or whatever, Common Projects, you can't go wrong. Common Projects, they're expensive, but they are probably some of the best pairs of shoes that I've ever bought, and these are like 3 years old and they still look just as great as when I got them. Though I guess because they're black, that does help a little bit, but honestly, Common Projects, you just can't go wrong. I think I need to invest in a white or a grey pair for the summer, when the summer comes around next year. Yeah, they're just fantastic. They're made from Italian leather, the highest quality leather that you can think of, and they just look so good, and they sort of wear in very well. As I mentioned, I've had these for like 2 to 3 years, and I think they look just as good as when I got them. I've never cleaned them. I've literally never ever cleaned them, and they just look fantastic. When it comes to the gym, I'm wearing sort of ultra comfy trainers, NMDs. You just can't go wrong with NMDs. You can get these on Thread as well. I've got the silver pair here, silver white pair sort of here, that I think look great in the summer, great with shorts, great with jeans or whatever, great with sweatpants as well. And I also have the black pair. These black pair have been worn quite a bit, but I wear these to the gym quite a lot. You know, 3 times a week I wear these to the gym. So yeah, these are fantastic. Those are sort of the 4 pairs of trainers and shoes that I wear a lot. I do need to buy more, to be honest. I need to buy sort of other trainers, other shoes. I think it's always a good idea to have a sort of varied sort of palette when it comes to shoes and trainers. I feel like what you wear on your feet really say a lot about your outfit and your style, so I think it's always a good idea to invest in a sort of wide variety of shoes. When it comes to jackets and coats, I have quite a few different jackets and coats actually, just to go with different outfits, just to go with different styles. I have 2 overcoats. I have a black overcoat and a brown overcoat. I think the brown overcoat is great for sort of casual wearing. It always looks good, say with a navy blue jumper or a blue shirt or something that has a bit of colour. The black one looks great when you want to go for a bit more of a smarter look, and I think it looks great with any sort of grey jumper, with a white t-shirt, with a black suit or whatever. So yeah, overcoats I think are an essential for the winter when you want to look smart but can also look casual at the same time. I think overcoats are a fantastic choice. When it comes to jackets that I like to wear sort of in summer evenings when it gets a bit chillier, I have a black bomber jacket and I have a sort of creamy browny Harrington jacket. Now you may be wondering, What's the difference between a bomber jacket and a Harrington jacket? A bomber jacket usually has the sort of like collar that sits down and sort of sits across your neck. I'm sure most of you have seen bomber jackets before. A lot of people wear them. They've been in style for years now. They never really got out of style. A Harrington jacket usually has a collar, and on the inside you usually have some sort of like crazy pattern like red and blue or whatever, or white and red pattern or whatever. So yeah, that's mainly the difference between a bomber jacket and a Harrington jacket. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, or sort of what's in my wardrobe, showing you sort of the items of clothing that I buy, where I buy them from. Thanks to Thread for sponsoring this video. Highly recommend checking them out. I'll leave a link down in the description below to sign up. Yeah, Thread just makes it super easy to sort of buy these items of clothing that I have and sort of just get outfits together. So yeah, thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe for more.